So one of the things that I find super interesting about the times that we're living in is that AI coding has created a once in a lifetime opportunity when it comes to the things that you can build on the internet. Most people are still intimidated by coding when in reality, the barrier is much lower than it's ever been. That means that beginners can finally get involved. And if you follow along with each of these 8 steps that I'm going to break down by the end of this video, you're going to have a full understanding of how you can get involved yourself. And the main goal of today's video is to enlighten you on how AI coding is going to be able to help you. For those of you that are thinking about starting some sort of a one-person business, specifically in today's video, I'm going to be focused on those of you that want to build your very first app. But one of the things that I need to do before I get into any one of these different steps that you need to take is that I just want to quickly define what AI coding is so that everyone that's watching this video is going to be on the same page. So for me to define what AI coding is, I need to explain what coding is first. Now, coding is essentially a set of instructions written in a programming language that tells a computer what it needs to do. This is how every app, every website, and every piece of software is built. And this is where AI comes into play in the world that we're living in today, because instead of spending months or even years learning how all of these different programming languages work, you're going to be able to describe what you want to build in plain English. And it's going to be down to the AI tool to write the code for you so that you can go from idea to working app without ever needing any sort of technical skills yourself. And this now brings me on to one of the first practical steps that you're going to need to take, which is that you need to pick an app to model and understand what their business strategy is. So from the very start of this channel, I've always spoke about the importance of not trying to recreate the wheel. What you want to do when it comes to building anything, including your own app, is that you want to look at what's already working. You want to look at what people are searching for. And that way you're going to make your job even more easier, because if you're able to see an app that's doing well, that you're going to be able to replicate and maybe put your own spin on it, that's where you're going to be able to see results. And there's so many different ways that you can figure this out. But one of the tools that you can use is this one over here that you can see on the screen. You can find it at digitalmaker.ai. I'm going to leave a direct link to it in my description down below. It's going to be able to help you with so many parts of the process when it comes to being able to get your own digital product, in this case, a web app built literally within a few minutes. So all you need to do is just create an account. And then from there, you're going to see an interface that looks like this. So this is an AI tool that you can have a conversation with. You're going to be able to use it to build prompts. You're going to be able to use it for so many different things that I'm going to break down in a moment. But one of the first ways that you can use this AI chat feature is to simply ask it a question. So what I'm going to do is just type this in. And what this says is, give me an example of 10 different types of web apps that are evergreen that people search for on a regular basis. So I'm just going to type this in and then click on enter. Okay, just like that, as you can see, it's now come back with all of these different choices. So from here, you can now take a look, see if anything stands out to you. But for the sake of this video, the one that I'm going to go with when it comes to building an entire app is going to be number 3, which is habit tracking. Now, bear in mind, guys, that this is just an example. I'm not saying that this is the type of app that I would personally want to build. The only reason why I'm going with this one is because if I go over to Google Trends, I've just typed in habit tracker over there. And as we can see, ever since 2017, more and more people have been going onto Google Trends. And right now we're at an all-time high when it comes to people searching for this particular search term. So now that I know that this is the type of app that I want to build, this brings me on to the key thing that you need to do is try and find someone else that's doing something similar to what you can see yourself doing in the future. So you can now type in something like this. What this says is, give me 10 real examples of web apps that exist within habit tracking. Provide me with the URL for each. And then I'm going to click on enter. Okay, perfect. So there we go, guys. It's now come back with all of these different options that you can go on to see exactly how they're monetizing it, what they're doing, how they're getting traffic. So the one that I'm going to take a look at is this one. Let me just copy the URL. Okay, so this is the website right here. This is what their habit tracker looks like. Super simple site that has a regular landing page with the app integrated on the back end once someone signs up. But if we just go back over to Digital Maker, and the next thing that I'm going to click on is this one over here that says product research. So I'm just going to click into it like that. And because I've got the URL, I'm going to be able to paste it in here like this. And what this feature is going to do is that it's going to scan the website and it's going to give me a detailed report on the likelihood of me succeeding if I wanted to replicate this. So it's come back with the replication potential. It's a 3.7 out of 5. It's also come come back with the deep dive analysis when it comes to different angles that I can take when it comes to replicating it. There's also the market metrics over here. When it comes to the market saturation potential, is there a lot of people doing this? The ease of being able to differentiate, the barrier to entry, the monetization potential. All of these different metrics are going to help me when it comes to knowing if it's worth replicating this app or not. So yeah, these are the steps that I take and that you can also take as well. And if you did want to take these steps when it comes to figuring out if it's worth replicating a particular digital product, doesn't just have to be web apps. You're going to be able to do that for free. The link is in my description down below. But now that I've gone through the process of doing all of this research, mapping out the type of web app that I want to build, looking at the potential of if it's possible for me to do or not, the next thing that I now need to do once I've gone through the second step over here is to sign up to a simple AI coding platform. And to be honest, one of the best ones out there at the moment, in my personal opinion, is going to be Hostinger Horizons. And the reason for this is that when it comes to using it, it's pretty straightforward. They're going to do all the coding for you, and it's going to have an AI feature where you're going to be able to chat with it, and you're going to be able to tell it any changes that you want to make, what you're trying to build. If there's any issue with your website, you're going to have an AI assistant there 24/7 helping you along every single step of the way. I found it to be the most simplistic when it comes to building out all of these different apps. And I'm going to show you exactly how it works right now. So as you can see over here, I'm on the main interface. And the only thing that you're going to need to do from this point is just enter a prompt and tell it exactly what you want to build. It's going to be able to build it. And then from there, you're now going to have your AI assistant there ready for you to enter any changes that you want to make. So when it comes to getting the right prompt, you could just type in a few sentences or whatever you want to type in. If you want to make it detailed, if you want to make it simplistic, it's going to be able to do a good job. But if you want to save your credits and you don't want to enter something pointless for it to be confused as to what you want it to do, I would recommend going over here to the prompt builder feature, and you're going to see this option where you can select horizons, and it's going to take you through 6 different questions where you just need to be as specific as possible, and at the end it's going to give you a detailed prompt that you can now copy and paste directly into horizons. So one of the first questions is, what type of web app do you want to build? It's going to give you all of these different choices, but if you can't find anything that relates to what you're trying to do, you can always click on something else. So in this case, I'm just going to type in habit tracker just like that, and I'm going to click on next. Who is this web app mainly for? I'm going to say it's going to be mainly for creators, because what I want to do is build a habit tracker that's going to be for YouTubers, Instagrammers, TikTokers, people that are creating content, because I would say that this is a unique way to put a spin on what's doing well. So I'm going to select this and then click on next. What problem should this web app help people solve? So I'm just going to say that it's going to be a simple habit tracker for all of these different content creators. Let me click on next. What should the user input for them to get results from this app? We're going to go with text and descriptions. Let's go with next. What should the app show the user after they click the button? I'm going to say charts or visual breakdown. And for the ideal color scheme, I'm going to say it's going to be white and navy blue accents, just like that. And then click on generate prompt. Okay, perfect. So as you guys can see, it's now come back with the detailed prompt that you just need to click on copy just like that. And if you want to access Horizons directly, you're going to be able to do that by clicking on this link. And once you've clicked on that link, this is the page that you're going to see, or you're going to have to maybe create an account. But whatever the case is, once you've done that with Horizons, you're going to see this page. You just need to paste the entire prompt in there just like that. And as you can see, there's all of this information. Once you've done that, you don't need to change anything at this point. All you need to do is just click on enter. Okay, great. So as we can see, Horizons has gone straight to work to start coding everything out. So if you look clearly in the background, you're going to see all of the lines of code being written. This definitely saves a lot of time, because again, if you had to learn how to code yourself, it would definitely take you many months or even years for you to be able to do this. But with a simple prompt, you're going to be able to get your web app built within a few minutes, within a few seconds, because it doesn't take too long. But I'm going to wait for it to be done, and as soon as it's finished, I'm going to be back ASAP and show you the first draft. Okay guys, I'm back, and as we can see, it seems to have completed what we told it to do. So it's already included some placeholder information so that we get an idea of exactly what it looks like. But yeah, so far so good. I would say that this is a basic AI app. I'm going to be able to make it full screen just like this. So it functions in a normal way. I'm going to be able to add a habit on the screen. So if there's a particular habit that I want to track as a content creator, I'm going to be able to use it simply by entering in the habit name, the description, the category, the frequency, and how many times I need to complete this habit every single day. And then from there, all of the different habits are going to be saved in this habit list. As you can see, these are 2 different ones that have already been added. And then from that point, all of the analytics and everything are going to be able to be viewed over here, whether it's a monthly view, weekly view. I'm going to be able to see exactly what I'm keeping up with as a content creator. This is an app that would definitely help out so many people. And that's the basic premise of step 3, which is to sign up to Horizons, as well as step 4 to get your detailed prompt made. And if we just move over to step 5, which is that you now want to integrate a back-end database so that you're going to be able to keep track of all of your users. And having a back-end database, especially for an app like this, I would say is really important, because if I just click on integrations, the one that I use for the different apps that I'm running right now is Supabase. And the good thing about Horizons is that it connects directly to your app. All you need to do is click into it, sign up, and instantly the project is going to be created, and you're now going to be able to allow people to sign up, create accounts, create passwords, and be able to view all of their information. And it's going to be within the back-end database where you're going to be able to set up payments, monthly subscriptions, and other AI tools as well. And if you wanted me to make a detailed video just breaking down exactly how Supabase works, or even other back-end databases, just put in the comments down below. Do the web app database video, as well as your country and your specific city, and I'll be sure to make that video as soon as possible, and I'll make sure that it's tailored to your specific situation. But this now brings me on to one of the next steps, which is to do a quality check on your app and fix any potential issues. So you don't want to put an app out there to the world where it's buggy, it's not working, things are not functioning properly. Yes, you're using AI to help you, but you still need to have a basic understanding of how to go through your app and make sure that things are working as they should, because all that's going to happen is that you're going to end up losing users. And another important point is that you don't need to make it 100% perfect. There's always going to be issues along the way, but you just want to get it to a point that you're happy with before you put it out there to the world. So I'm going to show you exactly how you can make simple changes. So with this habit tracker that we've just built, it doesn't have a home page yet, so what I'm going to be able to do is just go back over to Horizons, and I'm just going to tell Horizons to build out an entire home page so that people are going to be able to sign up, they're going to be able to view the pricing, and it's going to give the entire app a more professional look. So I'm just going to type this in and then click on enter. And then once again, as you guys can see, Horizons is now coding everything out. So it's literally building out an entire home page. It's not going to take too long, probably another 2 minutes, 3 minutes. But as always, as soon as it's done, I'm going to be back straight away. Okay, guys, I'm back. And as we can see, it's come back with the fully built, fully designed homepage. I'm just going to make it full screen. So this is what it looks like, you know, like any other regular app that's out there. It's been able to make it interactive. It's got all of these different graphics. It's got all of these different sections. It's also got this pricing structure that you can see on the screen. By the way, all of these different prices, or any price that you want to set, is going to be directly connected to your Stripe account. So if someone purchases this $29 a month package, it's going to go directly into your Stripe. You're going to have to set all of that up. And I've got another video coming out real soon where I'm going to be able to break down that side of things. So don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell notification so that YouTube can let you know once that video has been released. But yeah, more or less, guys, this is what it was able to do using a simple prompt. And if you don't like the color for whatever reason, if you want to change the logo, if you want to change the text, some things can be done manually. If I just click on edit content, as you can see, all of these things that are highlighted can be changed. But if something can't be changed, you're going to be able to just enter it here, give it the details, and it's going to be able to do it and update all of the code in the backend. But moving on to one of the next steps that you need to take once you've gone through all of that, you've checked it, you've made it perfect up to a certain point, is that you now need to launch your app and make it live for people to use. And this is where other AI coding platforms make things a little bit complicated. You're going to have to go to another platform. You're going to have to connect the app that you've just built. It can be a little bit confusing if you're a complete beginner with other platforms, but the reason why I like Hostinger Horizons is that if I just go over to the app, click on preview, it's going to be over here where you could just click on publish. And once you published it, a minute later, it's going to come back and let you know, congratulations, your site is now live with a temporary domain. Now, of course, this domain isn't one that you want to use on a serious basis. It's just one for you to make sure that it's working in an actual browser. So I could just copy the URL like this, go over to my Google Chrome browser, paste it in there like that. And as you guys can see, it's working as it should. So that's one of the benefits of using Horizons. Because it's also a hosting company, you're going to be able to launch your app in seconds. But in addition to that, you're going to be able to connect a custom domain. So if I just click into this, the good thing about Horizons is that you're going to be able to get up to 3 domains for free, as you can see over there. So if there's any domain that I wanted, let me just search for creatorhabittracker.com. There's all of these different domains that I'm going to be able to get for free. So there's this one. I'm going to be able to get it for free for 1 year and pay nothing at all. So this is another benefit of using Horizons. They're going to be able to link it directly to your app straight away so that you can get your custom domain. So yeah, it's definitely worth checking out Horizons. I'm going to leave all the information to them in my description down below, as well as a coupon code. But moving on to one of the next things, one of the next steps that you need to take throughout this entire process, which is that you need to start generating traffic. Now, for most of you that have gotten to this point in the video, you're probably excited at what I've shown you and the fact that you can build your own app. But the one thing that's holding you back is, how are you going to get traffic? And I'm going to be completely honest with you. I'm not saying that it's going to be straightforward initially. It's all about understanding your app, understanding where the users or the potential users of your app stay. If it's Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, then of course you're going to have to create content for those different platforms. My recommendation is to try a 2-tiered approach, which is to post organic content, but also tap into paid ads as well. Organic content is something that can continue to get you users far into the future. And of course, you're not going to have to pay for it, but it is going to take time. But when it comes to paid content, you're going to be able to start seeing traction straight away. But of course, it's going to come with some sort of initial budget that you're going to need to put into it. And just to give you an insight into what I'd personally do with this app that you just saw me build, I would look at all of my competitors. I would try and analyze exactly what type of marketing they're doing. And if I can see that they're getting results in terms of the amount of traffic that they're getting onto their app, then I would replicate their traffic methods in a way that's going to be unique to the app that I've just built. Now, this video has already gone on a little bit longer than what I expected. So what I'm going to do is leave another video up there. You're going to be able to watch that straight after this. In that one, I explain exactly how you can get traffic to all of your digital products, web apps, ebooks, info products, whatever it is, some of the best methods that people aren't talking about on YouTube right now. So I definitely recommend watching that video straight after this. And don't forget to check the description down below for all of the resources, for all of the different things that I spoke about today, whether it's Horizons, whether it's Digital Maker AI, all of the different things that's going to put you on the path of being able to get your first app built in the most effective way possible. Like the video if you've enjoyed it. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell notification, and I'll catch you guys on that next video. Make sure you stay safe out there. Peace.